You ever have one of those moments when your whole world shifts in 3 seconds flat? That was me, Zoe Thompson, 13 years old, standing on the cold, sticky carpet of a first-class jet, my boarding pass shaking in my hand, trying not to puke from the smell of jet fuel and someone's way too loud perfume. Isaiah, my little brother, hugged his ticket like it was a shield, and I caught his eye, just for a second, before we both noticed the woman in the Navy uniform blocking the aisle. Rebecca Hartwell, senior flight attendant, if you trusted her name tag. She gave us that bless your heart smile teachers use when they're about to hand you detention, and she said, soft, fake, syrupy. Are you sure your daddy got you the right tickets, sweethearts? First class is expensive. You know what I mean? The kind of voice that says, I don't think you belong here. I straightened up, the way Dad taught me. Yes, ma'am. Our father is Marcus Thompson. He upgraded us yesterday with his miles. I held out our paperwork. Neat as you please. She took it like I'd handed her a rattlesnake. I scanning the cabin for backup. Sure enough, an older white lady started glaring over her glasses. A man in a suit stopped mid-call. Everyone watching, pretending not to. Isaiah, I whispered, show her your project. He pulled out his science fair binder. All the diagrams, handwritten calculations, everything labeled, because tomorrow we were supposed to present at the National Youth Science Symposium. Dad says we earned these seats, Isaiah said, his voice so small you could barely hear it. For a second, I saw something in Rebecca's eyes, like maybe she got it. But then, boom, heavy footsteps behind us. Derek Mitchell, cabin supervisor, ex-military, hair short enough to scrape paint off a wall. Problem here, Hartwell, he barked, not even looking at us, just snatching the paperwork like it was his right. I felt my face burning. Unaccompanied minors in first class, he said, nice and loud so everyone could judge. Our paperwork's fine, I said, pulling out my phone, and we checked in at the gate 20 minutes ago. He stared through me, that mall cop energy, scanning for anything wrong. Thing is, he said, we've had issues with fake boarding passes. Kids trying to sneak into first class. It's a real security issue. I heard Dad's voice in my head, document everything. So I lifted my phone and started recording. If there's a problem, I want my father to see, I said. Rebecca flinched. Phone's off during boarding, honey. But Isaiah piped up. We're still at the gate. Federal rules say phones are allowed. Derek's jaw got tighter, like he'd bitten a lemon. Smart mouth, he muttered, holding our tickets up to the light, making a show of it for everyone. And then, with this nasty little smile, he announced, I'm going to check these with the gate. Policy says we need extra verification when unaccompanied minors are in premium seats. What policy? I asked, finger on record. Can you tell me the exact rule number? Derek blinked, looked at Rebecca, who was suddenly fascinated with the overhead bins. It's a standard procedure, he said. For everyone's safety. Whose safety? Someone called from seat 1C. A woman in a white coat, book open in her lap. I'm Dr. Amanda Chun. These children have been nothing but polite. What safety problem could they possibly cause? Derek flushed. Ma'am, I need you not to interfere, and I need you to explain why you're treating children like criminals, she fired back. The air got thick. Rebecca tried to smile it off. Maybe we move you to economy till we sort this out. No, I said, harder than I meant to. We belong here. These are our seats. Daddy paid for them. And just like that, the whole cabin went silent. Even the hum of the AC faded. Isaiah squeezed my hand. We're not moving, he said, so calm. This is where we belong. Derek looked like his head might pop. Fine, but I'm calling this in. He stomped up the aisle, radio crackling. Rebecca trailed behind, glancing back with something like regret. Dr. Chin nodded at me. A reporter, James Crawford, press badges everywhere, started typing furiously. You're doing right, Dr. Chin said quietly. Don't let them make you think different. But my hands were still shaking. Whatever was coming next, it was way bigger than just us. Outside, the normal airport chaos, luggage carts, fuel trucks. But inside, something was about to explode. And the longer Derek and Rebecca stayed in the galley, the more the tension built. I could hear their voices, low and sharp, talking about Policy 47B, about keeping standards. Through the crack in the curtain, I saw Rebecca's hands trembling as she rearranged the silverware for the fourth time that I heard snippets. Her worried about her daughter, him talking about appropriate cabin atmosphere and premium experience. Turns out, they were less scared of breaking rules than of what would happen if the wrong people got mad. It wasn't about safety. It was about making sure kids like us didn't ruin first class for their regulars. Rebecca came back, face tight. Sweethearts, there's a system issue with your booking. For everyone's safety, we need to move you to economy. Our boarding passes were printed 23 minutes ago, Isaiah said. Gate agent checked everything. Rebecca winced. It's just a computer glitch, she said, not meeting our eyes. Then fix the computer, I shot back. Dr. Chin spoke up, too. Airlines honor the boarding pass regardless of system problems. I've never seen children moved because of computer errors. Rebecca's mouth opened and closed, trapped. She looked to Derek, who was already marching back, broad as a wall, aftershave filling the aisle. Time to go, children, he said, like he expected us to thank him for it. Economy's got seats more comfortable for folks your age. The way he said it, age, everybody heard the word he really meant. We want what we paid for, I said, voice steady, iPhone still recording. Isaiah started snapping photos, tickets, seats, documents. What are you doing, son? Derek asked, a little too sharp. Making a record, Isaiah answered. Daddy taught us to document everything. You could feel the whole cabin shift. This wasn't just kids being difficult. This was two children trained by their father to face exactly this. James, the reporter, started recording. James Crawford, Seattle Tribune, he announced. Derek's face turned purple. Sir, you need to put that away. Actually, I don't, James replied, ice calm. Public space, public interest, clear evidence of discriminatory treatment. And just like that, phones everywhere. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, live streams popping up all over the cabin. Dr. Chun, Tyler from Economy, Robert Kim the software guy, everyone recording, posting, documenting. What had started as crew authority turned into a digital reckoning. Derek started losing it, voice getting shrill. This is a safety issue. What's safety? Dr. Chin shot back. These children have done nothing but sit in their seats and follow instructions. The narrative collapsed in real time. I glanced at my phone. Our live stream went from 5 viewers to 50 to 200, comments flying. Stand strong, kids. This is so wrong. Where's their dad? I took a breath, looked at the camera. Hi everyone watching, I said. I'm Zoe Thompson. My brother Isaiah and I are on Skyline Air Flight 447. The crew's trying to move us out of first class even though we have valid tickets and all the right paperwork. We're supposed to present at the National Youth Science Symposium tomorrow, but right now, we're being treated like criminals. Isaiah waved, nervous but proud. Tyler was tweeting, hashtag flying while black, airline discrimination. Within minutes, hashtags trended. People shared the stream, and the comments got louder. I felt the cabin shift. Even the captain's voice over the intercom was tight. Cabin crew, significant social media activity, what's your status? Derek looked like he wanted to disappear. Rebecca looked sick, and then my phone buzzed. Dad's office. Zoe, it's Elena, are you okay? We're okay, but they're trying to move us, saying our passes are suspicious. Keep recording, she said. Your father's taking action. And just like that, I wasn't scared anymore. I was angry. Daddy always said, don't let anyone make you feel small. 5 minutes later, they made us walk. The death march, somebody called it. Derek's shoes pounding the floor, Rebecca's breathing shallow, my live stream passing 5,000 viewers and climbing. Dr. Chun said as we passed her row, this is fundamentally, morally wrong. A businessman muttered, Jesus Christ, lady, loud enough for Eleanor Whitman, the pearl-clutching racist, to flinch. They stuck us in economy, between a businessman and a mom with twin babies, on purpose, deliberate humiliation. Derek forced a smile. Much better back here. More your demographic. He meant race. That's when Isaiah spoke, clear and calm. We're not being moved because we're kids. We're being moved because we're black kids in first class. A chill went through the cabin. Our phone rang, on speaker. Daddy. You safe? We're okay, Daddy. They moved us, but we documented everything. We didn't let them make us feel like we don't belong. The way Dad said, "You both did exactly right," made every grown-up nearby realize this was never just about two seats. And then the plane started rolling, not to the runway, but back to the gate. The captain's voice, operational requirements. Outside, media trucks. Protesters. Hashtags trending in 12 countries. Maria, the teacher, whispered, "You're heroes. You stood up for what was right when adults tried to make you accept what was wrong." At the gate, crowds, signs, cameras. Dad waiting, Elena at his side, press everywhere. Inside the VIP lounge, Skyline CEO was panicking, contracts crumbling, stock in freefall, their own tech partner threatening to pull the plug. It wasn't just our story anymore. It was about every child told they didn't belong. About every system built to keep us out. Rebecca and Derek's lives unraveled. Fired, shamed, their families and colleagues watching them go viral for all the wrong reasons. But in that moment, as the jet bridge connected and the world watched, Dad knelt down, hugged us both, and said, quiet but fierce, "You showed the world what courage looks like. You refused to let them make you feel less than you are." And as we walked into the crowd, me, Isaiah, and Dad, I realized this wasn't just our fight anymore. This was the start of something way bigger. The day dignity won, even if just for a moment. The day two kids with boarding passes proved the whole world was watching, and maybe, just maybe, the world was ready to change to "So tell me, if it were your kid, your sister, your seat, what would you have done?" Drop your thoughts below. What's the line between justice and comfort? Where do you stand when it matters?